Hey, everybody. Happy Wednesday. I was just on a call with Debbie King. She's one of our members here, and she is another therapist, actually a colleague that she and I try to jump on Zoom calls about once a month, and she works out of the UK. So some of you may actually know her or know of her from this group and some other groups that she's active in. And she's one of the folks out there who works with individuals on the spectrum as well that I really have a lot of faith and confidence in. And she actually just told me she's full right now, but she's somebody that I actually refer out to when folks are looking for individual therapy sometimes. So anyway, I wanted to just share with you guys something that we were talking about on our conversation. And, you know, we both have experiences in relationships, autism relationships, and professionally and personally, and what we've seen in our work is that it's really when this light bulb moment goes off for men on the spectrum and women too, but I really particularly see this with men especially. When the light bulb goes off that that other people don't actually have the same reality, that the perspective and point of view and beliefs are really different than their own. It's this huge realization. And this may sound, I don't want to be speaking in a way that sounds like duh, but it's truly profound, because in a relationship, oftentimes men on the spectrum don't really grasp that their partner is not having the same just opinions and understanding the world in the same way. It's just they don't get this. And I've had many clients say to me, I just didn't realize this. And it's just this big aha moment. So those of you, I know I've got a lot of men here in the group now who are on the spectrum, and I wanted to just speak to you a moment and say that this is a very common thing, that you're not alone in this, and a lot of you are new to learning that you're likely on the spectrum. And this is called theory of mind. And it's kind of like the theory that my mind is separate than others. And we all have moments where we struggle to see the perspective of others, where we're kind of locked into our own perspective, and all of us do. And we struggle to really see someone else's point of view. What we're seeing is the reality that we believe. But those of you who are autistic struggle with it more than others. It's a very inherent trait of autism. And so I want you to start noticing this about yourself and noticing this in your relationship. And when your partner has a different perspective, sometimes it can feel like a criticism of you, because it can feel like your partner is challenging your reality. Or sometimes you may think that your partner has lost her mind, because why would she possibly believe that? But in reality, something I did with one of my clients one time, we were on a Zoom call, and he had a whiteboard on the wall behind him, and I had him draw a picture of a mountain, and I had him draw a picture of himself standing on one side of the mountain and his wife standing on the other side of the mountain. And I asked him to describe what he was seeing from his perspective, and he said he saw rocks and whatever. And I asked him what his wife was seeing, and he realized, oh, well, what she's seeing is not the same thing. But then I asked him, are you both seeing the same mountain? And he's like, yeah. So it's this is how point of view and perspective can really change things. So I want you to just start paying attention to this and noticing this in your own relationship, and just be a detective. I'm all about detective work. Be a detective. Investigate yourself. Investigate your partner so that you can learn. Now, women, those of you who are the neurotypical partner in these relationships, part of the struggle that you have had, so many of us. Now, I was also having this conversation with someone else today. I can't remember. Oh, it was another client of mine. I don't know that I've ever met a woman who is in a relationship with someone with an autistic individual who isn't codependent. And codependency is a form of addiction to caregiving and to taking care of someone else. We are taught at an early age to take care of the needs of others. And so we are drawn to relationships where we take care of others. And we don't know how to put ourselves to communicate our own needs. We don't know how to set boundaries. And we end up losing ourselves, losing our identities to our partner, to what our partner needs and wants. And then we get, over time, we resent them for that. And our partners who are autistic are often very clear about what they want and what they need, and we end up molding ourselves into being what they want and what they need, because we don't know how to state. We're very uncomfortable a lot of times with stating what we want and what we need. And the times that we have stated what we want and what we need, we've gotten a lot of pushback from our partner. And there's even some, but there's also then some guilt that we feel about putting ourselves out there, putting our needs out there, because we've learned from that very young age that it's not about us. You know, we're super moms. I have this post that I wrote over a year ago about how I became an addict the day my daughter was born. I became a mom addict, addicted to being a mother. It was like a drug. Hey, Nathan. So Nathan says, so how do I get my wife to focus on her needs? This way she can avoid getting resentful, and we can both handle the kids instead of me being perceived as a kid. That is a huge problem, where the men get rolled in as one of the kids, and then women, I hear them all the time say, I feel like I have another child, an adult child. So part of what that journey is, Nathan, is to help reinforce to her that her needs are very important, that her needs are valuable, and that she is just as responsible for taking care of her needs as she is taking care of yours and theirs. Just like when you fly on an airplane, when the oxygen mask drops, you're told to put, you the adult are told to put yours on first before you put your child's mask on. And so reinforce to her that she has a responsibility to take care of her needs, that it's not something, it's not being selfish. A lot of women, a lot of neurotypical partners feel this underlying guilt, and it feels selfish to us to take care of our needs. And it's because as we were growing up, somebody in our lives, sometimes it's a parent, sometimes it's an early relationship with a romantic partner, but oftentimes it's a parent. We were responsible for someone else's needs emotionally, and we were taught not to put ourselves first. And we don't realize that we have a responsibility to do that. So to remind her, it's her responsibility to take care of her. Insist on it. That's a great question. Thank you for asking that. So ladies, you are responsible for taking care of your needs and expressing and communicating what they are to your partner. And when you get pushback, when your autistic partner pushes back and says, this is this is an ultimatum or this is a criticism, you are responsible for saying no. That's not what it is. And not then continuing to mold yourself into who he wants you to be. You're giving yourself away. You're giving you away. Don't give you away anymore. So that's about all the time I have for you guys today, but it was just this great conversation I had with Debbie, and just wanted to share it with you guys and say hello. I will be back Friday for our Ask Me Anything Live Friday. If any of you have any questions that you want me to pose to the group for any member asks questions, be sure and message me. Our communication transformation group kicked off yesterday, and so we're underway, and I'm busy with them, but I will always be checking my messages. So anyway, I hope you guys are having a great week. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for joining us, Nathan. Bye.